Hi, I'm Dr. Hale Pringle, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about something that I think I'm really excited about. I figured out, with a little help from some friends, how to create free reports in 30 minutes or less. It's a way that I can get 10 times at least the value from blog posts that I already have, and I want to share that with you today. So bloggers, you can create these free reports in less than 30 minutes. Create them before your coffee gets cold. Do you need free traffic for your blog? How about, are you looking for bonuses to add to your offers? Do you need something to add pizzazz to a post when you're putting it in a forum? Do you need material to really create a show-stopping resource page on your blog? Well, here's how to create free reports from something you already have, your blog. Take your existing assets and make them at least 10 times more useful. That's 1,000% gain. I'm always excited about 1,000% gain. Remember that post you sweated on? The one that turned out to be a really long post? Well, turn that post into a free white paper or a free guide or a free report, free ebook in less than 30 minutes. Let me ask you something. Do you write the long blog posts now and again? You probably should, and here's why. A couple of reasons. They become your pillar pieces. These are the major works that define you and your blog. These are things that every new reader should read when they get on your blog. It's where you really help people in your niche. And two, you can repurpose them by creating free reports and get monster results. So here are 10 reasons why you should create free reports. I knew you'd ask why. Note, almost all of these should link to a squeeze page where people can sign up for your list. That's what you're doing here. Okay, the free reports can be offered as bonuses with other offers. They can go on your resources page, which I've mentioned. They can be part of a bundle of things that you give away. They can be offered up in other blog posts when you're talking about the point that the ebook was focused on. Now think about this. Instead of just sending them to another post in your blog where they could just read, you can send them to a free download, but now they have to give you their name and email address in order to get it. Now, they were interested enough to click on it. There's a good chance they'll be interested enough to give you their name and their email address. You can offer them in forums as free material. Jason Fladlin has one in the Warrior Forum that added over 7,000 people to his list in 2 years, all from a single post. You can send them to free ebook distribution sites, and here are some good free ebook sites. Since they have links in them, people can click and get back to your blog post and give you their name and address. I mean, they're going to come back to a squeeze page, so you'll get their name and their email address. So free-ebooks.net, getfreeebooks.com, e-library.net are 3 good ebook distribution sites. You can use them as free unannounced bonuses on your thank you page. You can give them to other people to give away, basically creating PLR or MMR out of your own stuff. You can use them as the basis of a webinar or a YouTube video, like this one. And there are monster JV giveaway events going on all the time. You can contribute yours here at www.wpoptins.info/JV giveaways is a page that they keep up to date with JV giveaway events that are going on. By the way, you can go to these events and get some good free PLR material for your own use. You own this material. Well, you ought to use it. Use it to the maximum advantage. Since you're already working hard to pick out blog post topics that really meet your targeted audience's needs, you should already have some of this material and can use it if you want to. Now, the key words there are if you want to. You really shouldn't do this for every short post. Write your longer posts with this repurposing in mind. For example, I use this technique on how to create free reports to turn my copywriting post into a beginner's guide in 30 minutes from the time I sat down at the computer to the time I tested the upload link. Now, most of that time was creating the cover image. Now, I will confess the 30 minutes did not include a squeeze page. That took a little longer, but once I had the basic template done, it's pretty easy to create a new one. Wow, a new resource in 30 minutes. You can see the beginner's guide here, halepringle.com/copywriting-beginners-guide. So, here's the how-to. Before you actually start working on a particular post, you've got to do a few things. Now, that's kind of a chicken and the egg situation. Before you can create one, you have to create some others. Not really, but before you start putting these out, you probably ought to have 3 or 4 altogether so that you can have a resources page at the end of each one that links to several other documents. So if one of these things gets shipped to somebody and then the other person is reading it, they might see something else they're interested in and click on it, and it'll take them to a squeeze page on your blog, and you get their name and email address, and now they're on your list. So after you have a few resources that visitors can click on, you create the template document. And here's what that document looks like. Page 1, just put the words cover image goes here. I also put written by Dr. Hale Pringle and copyright 2012 at the bottom, but you don't have to put your name or that unless you want to. Page 2, find a legal disclaimer page that seems complete and insert that. Page 3, I put a bio page with my picture and a little bit about Hale there. I want them to get to know who I am. Page 4 is kind of optional. If your document's long enough, then you probably ought to include an index, and the word processing software will do that for you pretty much automatically. The next page, you put the words title goes here, version 1.0, and body goes here. We're going to replace two of those lines later. The next page, this is your resources page where you have links to your other free offers. So it'd be nice to have 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or 30 on this page. Insert a header for each page, except for the cover page. I like putting the title of the ebook in that header line. It's a word processing thing. You also create a footer for each page. I put my name, the website, and the page numbers in the footer. Typically, short lines read better, so I often set the right margin to 2.5 inches instead of the normal 1 inch, which narrows up my document, gives me a few more pages, but it also makes it easier to read. Consider putting a box border around each page, except for that first one. Consider putting share with your friends in the document. If it goes viral, you could get people clicking on it for a long time. I suggest creating a template squeeze page in your blog. It makes it easier to add a new free product. Now, I use a plugin called Duplicate Post, which allows me to take the template, clone it, and I work off the clone. You'll also need a template thank you page. Last but not least, you should have a template one-off email that will be sent thanking the visitor for downloading this free offer and giving them a link to the thank you page in case they missed the download in the first place. Now we're ready to actually create our ebook. So here's the formula. Find or make an ebook cover. You can get it from Fiverr.com, or you can search for free Photoshop files on the internet. You can repurpose a cover from a PLR book, which allows that. You can use PowerPoint, get some nice things that way. Or you can go to sites like myebookcover.com. Most of those are free. You copy and paste your post into the copy of your template document. You edit to taste. Update the header line, update the footer line, and always update the version number if you make changes. When you're talking to people later, you can send them the new version if they find that they've got the old version. It really helps to have the version number so you can talk to people and say, oh, I've updated that. Here, let me send you the new one. Make sure that there are calls to action in the ebook. If there were calls to action in your post, make sure they still work. Upload the file to your server as a media file. Be sure to copy and paste the link so you can use it in your thank you page, or you can use it in the pretty links light that I mentioned earlier. Create the thank you page from your free download. This is where the download link will be. Create the one-off email that will be sent to visitors who download the file. Create the web form for your squeeze page. You're going to go to Aweber. Create the squeeze page for your free download to get them on your list. Now I noticed I like the plugin Pretty Link Light because I can create a short link. And if I update the document, all I have to do is go to the Pretty Link and change the source. And if I was using, for example, halepringle.com/copywriting, I might upload that 6 times, but that link, halepringle.com/copywriting, I can change where it points to, and so it's still valid wherever I happen to be using it. So update the resources page in my document, and I like to have a version number there too. It's nice to use the thumbnail of the cover so people can see. They tend to click on covers more than they do just words. And you're pointing them to the squeeze page for each cover, each resource that you have on that page. So if you have 10 resources, you should have 10 squeeze pages. Consider updating your older documents with the new resources page with more. I wouldn't do it every time, but when you've done 3 or 4, then it's worth going back to the older documents because there's every new document you add into the resources page increases the chance that somebody is going to click and get onto your list. Update the resources page on your blog. You've got a new resource, put it out there. Consider submitting to free ebook sites. Consider submitting it to the Warrior Forum special offers. Consider posting your free report on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube. Really consider offering your report to one of these JV giveaway events. And www.wpoptins.info/JV giveaways. These people keep an updated list of the events that are going on. And don't sweat the small stuff. Just bang them out and get on with writing better stuff. Okay, how do we include your offer into Aweber? Now, this was trickier than I thought it should have been, but when I figured it out, I thought I'd walk you through it. I'm assuming you have an autoresponder set of follow-up emails already created. I actually have 2, and they're nearly identical. The only difference is that one starts on day 0, and the other one starts about 3 days later. I use this second one for business cards I collect in face-to-face meetings. The delay gives me time to send them a personal message after I enter them manually into Aweber. I also use this second one for my free download offers. I send them this custom one-off email, and then a couple days later, the normal sequence starts. So here are the steps. Create your document and upload it to your server. Create the custom thank you page. You're going to need that one first. So be sure to mark this page as invisible so that it doesn't go in the search engines and it doesn't go in your menu system. Put the link to your download into this page and make sure the name is descriptive. You'll need it because later when you've got a dozen of them, you'll be confused in Aweber and in your blog as to which is which. You also use this page to tell people what's coming and to make it a one-time offer, an upsell. Create the Aweber follow-up message, and it's automatically set for 999 days after the previous message. This means it'll never go unless you specifically tell Aweber to send it. That's what you want. You do not want it sent out as part of the normal sequence. Okay, give them a link in the thank you page here, just in case they missed the original. Tell them what else is coming. A lot of what you're saying in this email will be a duplicate of the thank you page. Be sure and tell them again who you are and where the email came from. People forget what they clicked on. So you're going to create an Aweber web form. I like to take a real basic one and kill everything except the name and the email and the special button. Then when you insert that in your squeeze page, you can do the text in the squeeze page instead of in Aweber. Choose custom from the thank you page drop down and send them to the custom thank you page that you created in step 2. Now this is why you created the thank you page first, because Aweber will check to see that your syntax and your spelling is right and verify that the page actually exists. If you didn't create it first, then Aweber, you'd have to say ignore the validation, and you might have a mistake and your whole sequence is fouled up. So you're also going to choose custom in the already subscribed drop down and send them to the same place. If you don't do this, people who've already downloaded something from you, who are on your list and who want this new ebook, will get the already subscribed, and they won't be able to download your free product. So here's the special step. Choose the advanced settings and click on the Start On page, and you're going to choose this follow-up one-off email message that you created in step 3. That's how this email that's 999 days after everything else gets sent out. So you're going to create your custom squeeze page. You're going to mark it so it doesn't appear in your menus or in the search engines, and you're going to insert the Aweber web form code into the squeeze page. In your ads, you'll direct them to the squeeze page. And one option in the forums is to just about duplicate the squeeze page. You can't have a button that says sign up, but you can have a link or a button, and when they click that, they go to the real squeeze page. A lot of people are doing this, and they get really good results from that. Once the visitors have opted in, they're going to get a follow-up that was created specially for this offer. That's that one-off email. It reiterates the offer and the download link. They'll be directed to the special thank you page, even if they're already subscribed to your list. On that page, you're going to give them the download link and the one-time offer and upsells. After a couple days, they're going to get your normal email autoresponder sequence. One final note. Again, be sure that you don't limit people to just one free report. It annoys the heck out of me when I say that I want this, and Aweber says you're already subscribed. Summary: you can create free reports and get at least 10 times the value out of every major post you write in your blog, and you can do this all with just a little extra work. There you have it: how to create a free report. 30 minutes or less. Dr. Hale Pringle, and I hope you're having a great day.